Welcome to the channel and welcome to 8th edition Warhammer 40k. It's 2,500 points of Guard versus Adeptus Mechanicus. In this battle report, we are playing the Relic. We haven't even worked out deployment zones yet, or who's going first, or any of that sort of shenanigans. But what we do know is it is Astra Militarum, the new Imperial Guard Codex, versus the new Adeptus Mechanicus Codex. And we will be playing the Relic. The Relic is there. And this is a blue-on-blue battle. The Guard are good guys. The Penitent Forge of the Adeptus Mechanicus are good guys. I didn't want to pretend to be a bad guy for this fight, and I am fighting with Dom and Tom from Black Toad Studios.
Hello.
And they didn't want to be bad guys either. So for the narrative for this one, what we're saying is this is the height of the Indomitus Crusade. The galaxy is aflame. The galaxy is in ruins. And good guys are fighting good guys. They want to shut this coil down, kindly provided to us by Awakening Realm Studios. And the Penitent Forge want to keep the Tesla coil going. The battle mat is from Urban Mats, and that's Mats with a Z. There'll be links in the video description below. And as I said, we are playing the Relic. 2,500 points of new Guard versus new Adeptus Mechanicus. Let's go and take a look at these armies. Okay, this is 2,500 points of Adeptus Mechanicus. It is a brigade detachment, giving me 12 command points, and I've got a super heavy auxiliary knight detachment as well there. Words. Here are my 3 HQs, because the Tech Priest Engines here is a HQ now, and leader of the charge is Belisarius Cool, aka Designate 17. His Warlord trait increases the range of his auras by 3 inches, so to 9 inches, and I am using the Mars Forge World Dogma because the Penitent Forge are associated with the Martian Forge World, which basically means I get 2 canticles. You roll 2 dice and you pick both of them for your canticles of the Omnissiah, and of course Belisarius Call allows you to modify that roll by plus or minus 1 dice. And I've given this guy, the second in command, Tech Priest Dominus, the Auto Caduceus of Arcan Land. That's not a mouthful at all. When he heals stuff, you can re-roll the dice for him healing stuff. So there we go. So 9-inch bubble, 2 canticles of the Omnissiah going off at the time. These guys can heal themselves and other vehicles around them. All 3 of them can heal other vehicles around them. And to take a brigade detachment, you need 3 of each slot and 6 troops. So here are my 6 troops. There's an arc rifle in every single one of those Vanguard slots because I'm going against guard and vehicles. 3 dragoons with taser goads, and -1 to hit these guys when you shoot at them because of their incense arrays. And those taser lances now are -1 AP, 2 damage a pop. In the elite section, we've got some infiltrators, some ruststalkers, and the cybernetic datasmith. And in the heavy section, I brought 5. All 4 of the Onaga Dune crawlers with neutron lasers and extra cognistubbers because tanks, because of guard. And and then we've got some Castellan robots there, and in the background a Knight Paladin. So looking forward to using some of the new stratagems, giving him a 4-up invulnerable save, for example, or the Martian Doctrine, which allows me to do mortal wounds when I'm shooting on a 6. Looking forward to doing that one as well. Plenty of command points to choose from. However, the Guard have a chance of stealing command points with some of their new shenanigans. Let's go and have a look at the Guard army. Okay, this is 2,500 points of new Astra Militarum. There's 2 brigade detachments and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. And who's your warlord?
We have got this Tempestus commander at the back here with a power fist, and he is armed with Korov's Aquila.
What does that do?
Well, on a 5-up, every time you use a command point, on a 5-up, I get to steal a command point off you and take it back.
Yeah, so when I use a stratagem, you roll a dice, and on a 5, you get a command point.
Yeah.
And you've already got 9.
Yes.
And what else does he do?
Basically, the plan's going to be keeping him out of shot. He's also a grand strategist.
So this is his warlord trait.
Yeah. So every time I use a command point on a 5-up, I get to refund it. So I keep it. So command points are hopefully going to be something I've got plenty of.
So yeah, on a 5-up you get your command points back. On a 5-up you steal my command points. He's like a genius tactical commander.
Is.
I like him. And there's another Tempestus.
Yeah, another Tempestus commander there with a plasma pistol.
Yep.
In the formation. Back here we've got a command squad here with 3 hotshot volley guns and a medic.
Yep.
We've got 3 basic squads of scions, each of which has got 7 with a plasma gun and a melter gun. And they are all mounted up in Taurox primes with 2 autocannons and a Gatling cannon.
It looks like a lot of Dakar.
There is a lot of Dakar.
Right, let's talk about the new hotness with the Scions. What's their regimental doctrine?
Right, so let's read this out. If a model with this doctrine is shooting a target at half range or less, it can make an extra shot with the same weapon at the same target for each roll of a 6.
That doesn't sound very good.
No, but when you give them orders, you can give them rapid fire too. So they can actually be quite tasty when they get in there.
And that rapid fire 2, is that a specific Scion order?
No, it's a general one for guard, which also affects
Okay.
hotshot guns.
But they have an order as well, because you have your normal orders, but the Scions also have an order that you can only...
do. It is basically an intercept one. So if something deep strikes in near you, you get to shoot normally at them in that turn.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure on that one.
No, that was a stratagem that they get to intercept. Otherwise, they've got an order, as well as all the normal orders, you can order them up so they can get reroll to wounds versus vehicles and monsters.
That is correct, Winters.
I don't have any monsters, but I have plenty of vehicles that you can reroll a wound against. Okay, so that's your Scions. And then in the battalion detachment for the Akkadians, we've got the 3 HQs, because that's a tank commander, right?
Yeah, tank commander.
With his flag fluttering away. Commissar and...
commander there.
Got your troops. We've got your...
3 Lehman Russes.
Okay.
So starting over here, we have got the Executioner cannon.
Yeah.
2 multi-motors and a las cannon.
Nice.
Exterminator with 3 heavy bolters.
Yes.
We've got a Punisher with 2 plasma cannons and a las cannon.
Yes.
And we've got a tank commander with demolisher cannon and 3 heavy bolters on there.
Nice. And then some... This is a command squad?
Yeah, command squad there. So 2 flamers and a missile launcher.
Yeah.
3 basic squads with mortars as the heavy weapons.
Yeah.
At the back there, we've got the beast. We've got a Baneblade there.
And these went down in points. And previously that was 2d6 shots on the main gun.
Yeah.
And now it's 3d6 shots on the main gun.
Yeah.
So not only is it cheaper, it fires more. And also previously when it moved, it only hit on a 5-up, but now it hits on a 4-up because of steel behemoth rules. How happy are you?
I am so happy.
Right, let's talk about Akkadian regimental doctrines and orders and things like that.
Yeah.
So while he's flicking through the book, as well as the normal orders, the tank commander's got a new order which he can order himself or order this guy. Basically, you re-roll the number of shots when picking a weapon that has a D6 profile or D2D6 profile. So this guy, if you roll a 1, you could roll it again. And then hit this, if you roll a 1, you could roll it again to increase the number of shots that you get out. We should also mention that emergency plasma venting has changed on the Plasmacutioners. Previously, if you rolled a 1, then the main turret couldn't fire any ever again, and you'd take 6 mortal wounds. Now you only take 1 mortal wound per 1 that you roll to shoot with, and you can still fire. And I believe their regimental doctrine is reroll hit rolls of 1.
It is indeed, yes.
So your Plasmacutioners are never going to overheat.
No.
Because you can always overcharge them, and you'll never roll a 1 and re-roll it, will you?
It's a sad time, Winters.
And regimental doctrines do affect tanks.
They do, yes.
So, but that's only if you stand still. So Akkadians, if they stand still, get to re-roll hit rolls of 1.
Correct.
And troops, if they stand still and they're under the take aim order, then they re-roll everything.
Yeah.
So re-rolling hits with mortars.
And mortars are better now.
And mortars are better now.
They are.
And there's some specific stratagems that we can do, hopefully with all your command points here and the command points you're going to get back and the command points you're going to steal from me should give you plenty of toys to play with. Right, let's go on to deployment. So we are deployed for this 2,500 point game of the Relic. We'll roll off to see who goes first. But the Guard definitely deployed first. And the big nasty tank's at this end of the table, up there. And the Commissar is down there looking after the Guardsmen. Where is your Warlord, Don?
He is happily sitting in his little Taurox over here.
Happily sitting in the little Taurox over there. Dom put the big nasty super heavy tank down before I put my Imperial Knight down, and then I had a decision to make. Did I put my Knight up at that end and run straight towards it and deal with it, or front and centre in the middle of the table? I decided front and centre in the middle of the table because it's all about the Relic. There's no First Blood, Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord. It's all about the Relic. Whoever gets it at the end scores. So instead, I think I might ignore the big nasty Baneblade and just run straight into his lines and try and score havoc. And that should put a bow wave of, well, super heavy goodness between me and the rest of his army. Don't know if that'll be a good tactic or not, because that Baneblade is frightening. But as we can see, tanks all the way across the line. Some more Taurexes up this side. I think everything you've got is on the table?
Everything's on the table in transports.
So everything's on the... Yeah, okay. And I've got my infiltrators infiltrated somewhere on the battle grid. They can pop up at the end of game turn 1, 2 or 3, more than 9 inches away from an enemy model. And Designate 17 is there with his 9-inch aura, affecting all 4 of the Onaga Dune Crawlers. And when we get down to line of sight level, it's actually quite severely restricted but by these large alien ruins that are cropping up to the left, to the right. It's going to be tight for Dom to draw line of sight on some of my stuff. I chose this table edge because it does restrict him a bit more. Second in command next to the Knight, ready to heal him. Engineer next to the Dragoons, ready to heal them. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's the Relic. Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's roll a dice. We're doing the chapter approved thing, which is we're going to roll off to see who goes first, and the person who deployed first, Dom, gets a +1 to this dice roll.
Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. Yes.
I need a 6 to draw, and you can't command point this apparently. And I get a 5, so you are going first. Good luck, sir.
You too.
Let's go on to Guard. Turn 1. What was that?
You can seize Winters.
I can seize. I can seize.
Yeah, seize.
I didn't seize. I'm not going to command point. I've only got 12 command points. I don't want to waste any of them. Plus, you'll steal them on a 5-up anyway.
Oh yes.
Guard, turn 1. At the start of the battle round, rolling for Giganticals of the Omnissiah. 4 and a 2, which I can modify plus or minus by 1 with Designate 17. That Sting is a 4, which is Shroud Psalm. Basically, all my units act as though they're in cover, +1 to their armor save unless they're already in cover. And this 2, I'm going to make go down to a 1, which is Incantation of the Iron Soul. Reroll morale. So reroll in morale, +1 to my save, unless I'm already in cover. End of the Guard movement phase in turn 1. The Taurexes zip round the left flank here. These are fast little critters. They move 14 inches. Grinding advance in effect with these 2 Layman Russ battle tanks. Essentially, they can fire their turret weapons twice if they go at half speed. And they went at half speed, didn't they?
Did.
That's not very friendly.
Oh, yes.
The Akkadian Regiment doctrine is if you stay still, you reroll hit rolls of 1. So these aren't going to be rerolling their hit rolls of 1. But that one did stay still.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to be rerolling his hit rolls of 1. What are the Taurexes doing?
They pushed up very slightly just to get in range of with their gattlers onto your stuff.
Okay, so a cautious advance down this flank, some fast manoeuvre around this flank, and then on your signal, you're about to unleash hell. Okay, starting off, all the voice of command guys are in vehicles except for the tank commander. He can issue an order, so he's issuing an order to himself, pound them to dust. He gets to re-roll the D3 or D6 on the primary turret there.
D3 at the moment.
Yep.
So
and in the shooting phase, Taurox Prime firing at one of these.
Yes.
With a Gatling gun.
Yes, so this one here,
yeah,
firing on there.
it would be hitting on, is it a heavy weapon?
Yep, so would normally be hitting on a 3, but you've moved, so hitting on a 4.
And then hitting on a 5 because -1 for incense cloud.
Yep.
20 shots hitting on 5.
Here we go.
And that's really bad.
Be positive.
Yeah. That was 9 hits, that wasn't that bad. Strength 4, toughness 6.
Yep.
5 to wing.
5.
And that's actually quite good.
Yeah, 4 wounds.
So 4 wounds, I would have a 4-up save. I have a 3-up save because of Shroud Cell. And I take a wound. Autocannon firing and hitting twice.
Yep.
Strength 7, toughness 6.
1 wound.
1 wound, it's -1, right?
Yep.
So this goes back to a 4-up, which I take. So you've done 1 wound on this one, 5 to go.
Yep.
What else do you want to do?
Right, so I'm going to fire. I'm also going to fire this one at the same target as well.
Okay.
Try and lower the wounds down the best we can.
Go for it.
So same again.
Yeah. 5s to hit.
There's a few there.
That looks okay. 8 hits, 5s to wound as well. And 1. 3 up. And make it.
And
Autocannons.
Autocannon, so 4 shots.
Yeah. 1 hit.
1 hit. Nothing.
No wound. So all of them just take one wound
wound
off an Iron Strider.
Yeah.
And when I say Iron Strider, I mean the Groot.
Dragoon.
I can't. Okay, what was that? Sorry, heavy bolters at this one.
Yep. Demolish your cannon onto that one.
Okay, so how many heavy bolters you got on here?
I've got 3, so that's 9 shots.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
I've got 9 dice.
And then you moved, so the 3-up becomes a 4-up, becomes a 5-up because of the incense cloud.
Here we go. Come on, positive dice.
Is that 1 hit?
That's 1 hit.
Wounds on a 5.
Ah, come on!
Okay, so that didn't do anything.
Yep,
the main
launch
gun at this.
Yes, so...
How many shots?
Reroll.
Which you get to reroll with your order, yeah?
Yep.
2 shots. And it isn't a minus to hit because of the grinding advance.
Yep.
And you fire it twice.
Yeah, so we've got
So
2. I'll do the other one
the-
as well. Reroll.
Reroll.
There you go,
So basically 4 shots. This firing it twice, grinding advance, it must fire at the same target.
Yeah.
So we can do it all together.
Here we go.
That's a 3 and a 5 hits.
Yep.
You need
Right,
a 4
there we
to
go.
hit. Strength 10, toughness 6. That doesn't do anything.
This is not going well.
Command
Positive
point. Command
thoughts.
point.
I'm not using a command point.
You've got a lot of command points. You could use a command point.
No, I'm saving my command points.
Maybe he'll do better.
Yeah, he will do better with command points.
Right, moving down the line. Plasma gun, firing twice at that because of grinding advance, half speed. And there's 2 multi-melters on there and the las cannon coming into the Imperial Knight. The Knight has been selected as a target of a shooting attack, so I'm spending a command point. Ding! And it is called Rotate Iron Shields. My invulnerable save goes up to a 4-up. And you steal my command point on a 5. No, never mind. But a 4-up invulnerable save on the Knight. Let's fire the 2d6 plasma cannon shots at that because you went half speed and you get 9 shots. Moving and firing, so your turret is a 4-up. It stays as a 4-up, -1 to hit because of the incense cloud. 5s, and that's quite positive. That was 4 hits.
Yep.
Strength 7, toughness 6.
Here we go.
Here we go.
4 wounds.
4 wounds, 1 damage each because you didn't overcharge anything. It's -3 AP, so basically I need my 6-up Invuns or 6-up Shroud Sarm. And I fail all 4 of them, dropping this down to 1 wound left. And now we've got some Melter and las cannons coming in at that.
Okay.
But these will be hit on 5s.
Yep, so melters and las cannon. There
Okay,
we go.
nice. So which one do you want to do first?
We'll do las cannon first, so we're on a 3.
Yep, strength 9, toughness 8.
Yep.
That's a wound.
And a melter.
And that's not a
no.
wound. So the las cannon, I need a 4-up and bun, which I make. The
Nice.
SN Battle Report logo is a 6. The Imperial Knight is getting picked on. The Punisher Russ is now firing everything into him. Again, The heavy weapons round here are hitting on 5s because he moved. The turret will be hitting on a 4 because it ignores the heavy rule. He moved under half speed, so he's firing the turret twice. 40 shots with the Punisher cannon on the knight, hitting on 4s. How many dice have you got in your hand?
I got 20. I need some more.
Okay. Hitting on 4s. 7 hits in the first volley. Here's the re-roll. Or not the re-roll, the other 20. That looks better. 16 hits out of 40. Not that good. You need 5s now.
Here they come.
Strength 5, toughness 8.
Oh no!
How muld you get? 1, 2. Do you mind if I touch your dice?
Well,
I'm touching them already. There's another 5.
Oh, yeah.
AP?
None.
No AP.
No AP.
Oh, that's a shame. 3 up save. I save them all. Last cannon hit on a 5.
Yep.
That's good.
Way!
We're on a 3.
Yay!
4 up and Van. Ooh,
No.
gets through. D6 damage with the last cannon.
2. I'm going to re-roll that. I need
You're
a
gonna
command point.
First command
Yeah.
point. Okay, go for it.
Re-roll that.
That's as cocked as you like. 1. You do 1, and on a 5 up, you get your command point back.
Please get it back.
Okay. The plasma's going to do better. D3 shots each. Here we go. Actually, that's okay. That's I can manage.
4 shots.
Yeah. 5s to hit.
2.
2 hits. 5s to wound. Strength 7, toughness 8.
1.
1 wound. It does 1 damage, but I need a 4 up and bun, which I fail. You've taken 2 wounds off the knight. It's down to 22 left. You're nearly there.
I'll show you.
Right, moving further down the line, mortar barrage coming up and over, firing indirectly into the Ruststalkers down there. Now, what are we rolling for here?
D6 shots.
Okay.
So, 2.
2 shots, hitting on
4s.
4s.
Both hits.
Both hit. Strength
4.
toughness 3.
2.
2 wounds. Any AP on
I
that?
don't believe there is.
Okay, I'm in wholly within a crater, so that makes my 4 up become a 3 up. And I take a wound. Ruststalkers have 2 wounds each. And then moving back along, the other 2 mortars fired up and over. Really poor dice rolling again by Don. Thank you very much.
That's
and did no more wounds on the Ruststalkers down in the back line. Taurox coming in at the Ruststalkers again, trying to pick on this unit here. 20 shots with the Gatler and 4 shots with the autocannons on the side. Hits on 4s because it moved. It's a Taurox Prime. 20 shots. I like it. This has got a lot of DACA. Basically, they've got 24 shots in total.
Yep.
Strength 4, toughness 3. Wounding on 3s. That's a lot of wounds. Can I touch your dice again?
Go for it.
Leave the room.
We're at
Tom, stay here.
3 up save. 1's dead because he already took a wound. And another one dies, and another one takes a wound. So that's 2.5 of them dead. Let's do the autocannons.
Yep.
2 hits.
Yep.
Snake eyes. Okay, that one killed 2.5, so this one's joining in as well, trying to finish off the Ruststalkers here. Right, the Gatler just did 9 wounds on the Ruststalkers, 9 3-ups to make, and they're dead. Oh no, they're not dead. That's another 1.5 dead. There's 1 left and 1 wound left.
Autocannon?
Oh no, they're going to be dead. 2 hits. 1 more wound there. It's -1, right?
Yep. Oh!
1's alive. 1 is left alive. Last thing left to shoot, apart from the Baneblade, is this Layman Rush Vanquisher?
No.
Eradicator? Exterminator?
Yeah, that's the one.
Firing at the robots.
Yeah.
What are you firing first?
The autocannon, so it's 4 shots.
Did you stand still?
I did stand still.
So you're re-rolling hit rolls of 1 because
Yes.
it's a Canadian thing. So Canadian thing?
Yeah.
Canadian thing.
That is all the boots. No, just one wound.
That's a wound. I'm going to take my invulnerable save.
Go for
On
it.
a 5 up, this bounces back and causes a mortal wound.
So what?
5 up, you take a mortal wound.
What?
It's got a refractor field, and on a 6 on the invulnerable save, it bounces back and causes a mortal wound. But with the Aegis protocol in effect, you add 1 to the dice roll.
Cool.
So thanks for shooting me. You lose a wound.
That's much appreciated. Thank
He
you.
wasn't joking.
Heavy bolters.
Rerolling 1s. You really do need to stand still with all your stuff to benefit from. See, that worked.
There you go. It's all working out.
The Akkadian doctrine come into effect there. I've got it in my head. It's never going to go.
Hey, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, guy. There's 4 wounds there. Try to fill the bat report. Minus 1 AP. I'm going to all use my refractor field on all of these. 5 ups. And 1 more bounces back and causes a mortal wound to you, and I take 3 wounds, and you take 2. They've got 12 wounds to start off with, right?
Yep.
So he's down to 10.
Yep.
I've dropped 3 on one of my Castellan robots, down to 3 left, I think. Okay, everything is fired all the way along here, except for the Baneblade. So, what are your targets, sir?
Right, so basically the heavy bolters are going to go over here into the Dragoon, the 2 Dragoons, splitting them up. So
That's not what you called it earlier. You called
Chicken.
it a chicken.
Chicken.
Put all the heavy bolters into the 1-on-1 wound.
No, putting 1 there and 2 of the twin links into that one.
Confidence. I like
It's
it.
gonna happen.
Okay, 1 there, 1 there. Because this one stayed still, right? So he's sitting on.
Yes. It's
And
gonna
he's
go well.
re-rolling hit rolls of 1 because he stayed still.
Yes.
Last cannons and the main turret.
Yep, we're going to go straight into the knight
Okay.
and take that out,
Yep.
and it's all going to go well.
And you're out of range with the demolisher
And we
cannon.
are at range of the
Which is
yes.
that cannon there.
Yeah, cheeky little one there.
Yeah, which is the same as that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's fire some guns and good luck.
Thank you. I will need it.
3d6 shots on the main cannon. That's 12 shots there. Hitting on 4s and re-rolling 1s as it fires into the night. What is the strength of this weapon?
Strength 9.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. 12 shots. 4s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. There's a couple of 1s in there. This is the Akkadian Regimental Doctrine coming in. The re-roll's not helping you out. How much you get? 6. Perfectly statistically average. Strength 9.
Yes. Here we go.
Toughness 8. 3s to wound.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that all wounds. How much damage? And AP and...
Blade cannon is
4 up
3 damage minus 3 modifier.
So 4 up and vuns. 3 damage each. 4 up and vuns. I saved 3 of them. So that'll be 9 wounds taken off. He already lost 2. That's 11 wounds in total stripped off this night. And we've still got 2 las cannons left to fire.
Alright, so last cannons?
1 hit. 1 doesn't win.
No.
So that's this thing down to 13 wounds left.
Goodness.
Heavy bolters hitting the wounded one. 1 hit and the 2 rerolls. Oh no, you're actually hitting on 5s because of the insect field.
Yeah,
So
of course,
2
yeah,
hits.
2 hit.
Wounding on 5s.
Nope.
Nothing. See, the wounded one's alive. You should have put all heavy bolters in there. And then the other
others
2. Yeah.
Into that one.
Rerolling 1s and you're hitting on 5s. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then you're wounded on 5s. And this is minus 1 AP, so that was only 2 wounds. So, but I've got a +1 with Shroud's Arm, so 2 4-up saves. And he takes 2 wounds, but you would have killed the other Dragoon.
Live and learn.
And that's the end of Astra Militarum turn 1.
It's the guard.
That's
the guard, son.
It's the guard, son. And no first blood in this game, and no first blood scored anyway. 1 wound left, 4 wounds left, 13 wounds left. 4 out of 5 of the Rustalkers. That's a morale test right there. Leadership 7. 4 plus 4 is 8. I'm going to be losing the last one, but I've got Incantation of the Iron Soul, so I get my reroll. He's dead. So that is first blood. You've got rid of the Rustalkers. Only no first blood in this game, as I mentioned. I think I weathered that firestorm pretty well because your shooting phase was pretty appalling, except for that Baneblade is frightening though. You took off quite a lot of wounds on that night. Another showing like that on the night, and that's a dead knight. And also, if the knight is here and fails the charge, for example, then there's melters and las cannons and other things very, very close to the knight there. So I think maybe the Imperial Knight's got 1 more turn in him before he dies. Maybe move up, do some shooting, then dead. That could be a yeah, got some decisions to make. Let's move on to Admech, turn 1. Here we are after my movement phase, changing the battle protocol for these. I know I should do it at the start of the movement phase, but I'm doing it at the end here so you guys can catch it on camera. I need a 2-up, which I do. They're changed to Protector Protocol, the one where they can fire twice next turn. Next turn they're not going to move, they're going to be firing twice. And the Data Smith heals D3 wounds on the robot. 1 wound, so that puts that one back up to 4. I'm not going to spend a command point on that yet. And along the line, this knight's on 13 wounds. If he'd got it down to 12, he would be half functional. But at the moment, he's still fully functional. And this Dominus can heal a command point on him. And I can spend a stratagem for Tech Adept, so he heals 2 command points. So I'm going to do that. So he goes up to 15 wounds remaining. And then Dom just rolled a 1, so he didn't steal that command point there. That hasn't come into effect yet. And then along the line, yeah, everyone moving around. Belisarius Cool, aka D17's got a 9-inch bubble, so we're quite nicely in range here. All the way along. Oh yeah, this Tech Priest can heal one of these, so I will heal one of these. That one on 1 wound is now back up to 3 wounds, because that's a +2. So as for strategy, it really is just a case of push forward and make the guard bleed. Sorry, Astra Militarum. Because it's not guard, is it?
It is the guard. It's the guard, son.
Just make them bleed. Let's go on to the shooting phase. Right, starting off with the Castellan robots, they've got heavy guns, so they're hitting on 5s. I am within range of Designate 17. I'm going to fire at one of these things. Let's fire at that one. What's their toughness?
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6. So 18 shots hitting on 5s, and then I get a reroll, and 1 hit the floor anyway. With the rerolls, that was 9 hits in total. Strength 6 versus toughness 6, and that many wounds. 6 wounds, sir. It's -2. I don't know what your armour is.
3 up.
3 up to a 5 up. That's pretty good rolling. Oh no, that isn't. 4 wounds. 4 wounds. Taking all that Torux. How many has they got? 10?
10 wounds.
Down to 6 left. Okay, let's fire these rangers at them as well, because they won't be firing at anything else. Hitting on 3s with a reroll because of D17. And this is strength 4 versus toughness. Basically 5s to wound. Oh, right. That's a 3 up, and 6s to wound with rangers are a -1. So 1 3 up.
1 3 up. Nope.
Which you fail, and then 2 4 ups.
They're going to be 3s.
And they pass. Oh no, one of them was a 3.
So,
yeah.
I'm on 4 wounds now.
4 wounds remaining. Do I actually bother firing more guns? Maybe. Yeah, this squad, arc rifle is in range of that. 3s to hit, and it's strength 6 versus toughness 6. That's a wound, it's -1 AP, which you pass. And then the second squad, same thing, hits, doesn't wound. Right, this Onager could see that with Stubbers. Stubbers went into it, just bounced, and the Neutron Laser's firing across into the Plasmacutioner there. D3 shots with the Neutron Laser. That's 2 shots, and these will hit on 3s. And I am within 9-inch range of Designate 17, so there's a reroll. That's 2 hits. Strength 10, toughness
8.
3s to wound. That's a wound at -4 AP.
Oh, that's it then.
So it just burns straight through the armour, and this does D6 damage, but always a minimum of 3. So that's 3. Let's rinse and repeat with the same one. Stubbers over there, 3s to hit with my reroll, and then 5s to wound because they're only strength 4 versus toughness 6, nothing, and then D3 shots with the Neutron Laser, 3 shots this time, hitting on 3s. 2 misses, I need the reroll. Only 1 hit. Strength 10, 3s to wound. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. This one actually can't see that one. Or the other one. That's really bad placing. So he's going to fire everything at that. Let's do the Neutron Laser. 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 10 versus toughness 6. That's a wound, -4, you don't get a save, D6 damage, 4 damage, it is dead. Does it blow up on a 6, or on a 6, or on a 6, or on a 6?
No!
No, but there's guys
There are guys
inside
inside,
that might get injured. How many guys are inside?
7.
7, lovely. 7 guys inside, don't roll any 1s.
1.
And you roll 1-1. Last on, I got Dunecrawler firing everything at the plasma Q. Here's the stubbers with the reroll, and then these are set 4 toughness 8, so I need 6s. That's a wound. That's 1 3-up save. And then the Neutron Laser. How many shots? 1 shot. Do I spend a command point now? Yes, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. 3 shots, it worked. 3s to hit with a reroll. All 3 hit. Strength 10. Toughness 8. Come on, for the Omnissiah.
Oh no.
Oh, minus 4 AP. Minimum 3 damage.
Oh, bye-bye.
That's 3 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's it. Finish the dead
He's
Russ.
a dead Russ. Does he blow up on a 6?
Do not roll a 6. Oh, thank God.
You don't roll a 6. So 1 Russ is down. Here's the Taurox that went pop, and one of these Scions died. All the big guns have fired, except for the Imperial Knight. Dom gets a chance to steal my command point on a 5-up that I spent there. No. They still haven't stolen 1 yet at all. Right, the Knight. I'm going to put... He's got 2 stubbers, so let's put some stubbers into that squad at the back. And then the rapid fire battle cannon into that.
Okay.
So, stubbers. 5 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3. 5 wounds. No minus to the AP. Just on the guards. Sweet, sweet guardsmen. 3 of them live. Flak armor. Holding form firm on those Canadians. 2d6 rapid fire battle cannons. Do you realise how much flame? The 2d6 rapid fire battle cannon shots at your layman Russ Punisher. And
Oh no.
look at that. Snake eyes. Canadian revenge. 3s to hit. And they both miss anyway.
Add some of that syrup.
Volkite Blaster on him is in range. It's a heavy gun, so 3s to hit. And it's strength 6, but really I'm looking for 6s, because 6s to wound with the Volkite count as mortal wounds. Like that. That's a mortal wound on your Punisher. Arc rifle there, can see it. 3s to hit. And 5s to wound, because it's strength 6 versus toughness 8. Nope. Next one, 3s to hit. 5s to wound. Nope, not at all. So I think I've fired everything now. I have fired everything. That's the end of my shooting phase. There's going to be some charges coming up. I'm slightly worried. Alright, we measured up. The Knight needs a 10 to get in, because it's just over 9 inches away. So let's do that. We'll do the Overwatch we'll do the Overwatch in a second. Anyway, I need a 10. And I roll snake eyes. So he's definitely not in, and you get to shoot me. And he's looking at the new...
Yeah.
So they're moving along here. This is also 10 inches. Let's do that. And that one failed. Do I want a command point? No, I don't want a command. So he'll get to Overwatch that one. This one's Overwatching as well. Defensive Gunners.
Defensive Gunners, 1 command point, and I get to hit on a 5-up instead of a 6.
Okay. Do you want to roll a dice to see if you get your command point back and whether it's a free... No. You haven't got any back yet. But you hit on 5. Last cannon hit on a 5, and that's a hit. Winning on a 3. No. 2d3 shots with your plasma guns.
So 4 shots.
4 shots. These are hit on 5s.
1 hit.
Re-rolling 1s because you're staying
Yep.
still when you're Akkadian. So 1 hit, strength 7, toughness 8.
Wounded.
Okay. I've been selected as... It's a 5-up and bun, which I fail. He takes a wound. Managed to get 7 wounds in on the Imperial Knight. 7! 3-up saves. 1, 2, 3. I take 3 wounds. So he was on 13. He went up to 15. Now he's back down to 11 from that shooting attack. We'll resolve the Overwatch from this Taurox Prime on the Dragoon as well.
An autocannon.
1 wound, which I save.
Autocannons.
1 hit.
1 wound.
1 wound. which I say. Okay, so he lives. And that's the end of my turn. I think is there any morale test to make? That one unit back at the back with leadership 7.
2.
Just don't roll a 6, basically.
There we go, we're good.
You're good. And that's the end of Adeptus Mechanicus turn 2. So I've taken some aboard control here, but you lost a Torx Prime and a Layman Russ.
Yeah.
That was it. I've got 3 Torx Primes to get through, 3 Layman Russes to get through, and a Baneblade, which is untouched. And my knight is half dead already. So let's go on to guard. Turn 2.
Hell yeah.
Here we are after the guard movement phase in turn 2. A little bit of mobility here with some of the Scions. Are the tanks staying still, Dom?
They are staying still. The infantry are pushing forward slightly in the middle.
Okay, so yeah, the conscripts, they're not conscripts,
No,
the platoons, guardsmen
Yeah, train.
are moving forward. Tanks staying still,
Yep.
so they re-roll hit rolls of 1.
Yes.
And one of the Torx pushing up
This
here.
one is pushing up on the left flank here, just moving up. Hopefully take advantage of this guy dying.
It looks like bait, Dom.
It's not bait.
But basically, staying fairly static for now. So I guess your plan is to spar as much as possible, kill as much as possible, and then move up and win.
Yeah, pretty much got it, yeah.
How very Tau of you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pound
What
them
you're
to
trying to
dust.
say.
Pound them to dust, issued here.
A bit of a pounding.
Yeah.
So, and that's the re-roll the D thing. for the
Reroll
turret.
D3, yep.
And I keep mentioning the Baneblade, right? But you can't do it on the
I
Baneblade.
can't know, only Lehman Russ variants,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Or
So
you could.
just that one, because I killed the other turret Lehman Russ.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate you doing that.
That's no problem.
Great.
So where are we starting the shooting phase?
We are going to start the shooting phase over on the left once again. We're going to use this lovely little Torx here. It's going to fire into this one.
Okay.
So start with the
So he
autocannon.
stayed still this time.
He did stay still.
So it would be hitting on 3s, but you're hitting on 4s.
Because of the smoky goodness.
Yes. Smoky goodness. 4s to hit.
Yep.
2 hits. 3s to wound.
No!
Doesn't wound. I should also mention countercourse at the beginning of a battle round. So I'm going to modify that down to 4 for Shroud Psalm. Actually, no. I'm going to put that up to a 6 plus 1 to get that to Benediction of Omniscience, which means reroll to hit rolls of 1. And that'll go up to a 4 for Shroud Psalm. Basically, Shroud Psalm and reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase.
Right, okay. Right, so the Gatler.
Yep. 4s to hit.
Force the hit.
It's only 2 wounds to get through.
Yeah, I know. Normally that wouldn't be a problem.
There's a very cocked dice over there.
Yeah,
You
let's
can
roll
roll.
that one. There we go.
There you go. 5s to wound. And you did some wounds. How many you got there? 4, 5?
I think we've got 5 here.
5 there.
5 there.
4 up becomes a 3 up with Shroud Psalm. 2 wounds to get through. And he's still alive. Because Shroud Psalm kept me alive. How annoying is that? You're going to have to fire the other one at him.
Yeah.
Or we could just leave him alone on 1 wound left so he can charge something. He hasn't done
it's
anything
tempting.
to you.
I might leave it though. So we're going to fire the autocannons
Yes,
from here.
yes,
We're going to fire them into him.
yes. And where's the Gatler going?
The Gatler hopefully is going to be going into him.
Remember what happens when you split fire.
Yeah, but otherwise it'll be going into him. So.
Don't you declare the weapons at the same time, so you
Yeah.
can't fire the
right,
autocannon
yeah,
there and the
yeah,
Gatler
yeah,
there.
Good point, yeah. So in that
You
case,
declare at the same time.
we're going to fire the auto. No, do it at the same time. Right,
Yeah.
so we're going to fire everything into him.
Everything?
Let's finish him off.
Okay.
So autocannon.
He's only got 1 wound.
It's going to be 0 wounds.
There you go. And I need a 4, which I make.
Oh, what?
And now you got the.
Yep,
It was 5s to hit because it moved. 5s to wound. 1 wound left, and you did 1 wound.
I did.
1 wound. 1 3 up.
Damn you, Winters!
It's alive. Can you say that again on camera, please?
Of course I can. 1 heavy bolter in there.
Yeah,
2 heavy bolters into there.
yeah.
And demolisher cannon into McKnight.
Splitting fire always works for you, doesn't it?
It has worked really well so far.
Okay. Let's do the heavy bolter. You stayed still, so you're typically hitting on 4s, but 5s with the incense cloud.
Yeah.
Re-rolling 1s.
No,
and,
good.
And you missed. See,
That's worked.
splitting fire. The 2
then
heavy
2
bolters.
heavy bolters.
Yeah. 5s. Re-rolling 1s. 4 hits this time. That's good. 5s to wound.
3.
3 wounds. Minus 1
Yeah.
AP. Plus 1 AP for Shroud Psalm. And I take a wound. That would have killed that one.
Yep. Thank you for
But you were
reminding
shooting him.
me.
Which one was it again?
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I really do want to say I told you so. So I told you so. And then D3 shots.
Yeah, D3.
Which you can reroll with your
Reroll.
tank
Yep.
commander
So
order.
three.
Ooh, 3 shots.
And grinding advance as well.
Yeah,
So.
and you'll get to reroll that
Yep.
number. Of
So we got
4 shots. 4 shots coming in. Stay still. Hitting on 4s.
Nice.
Rerolling
There we
1s.
go.
So hit strength 10, right?
Yep. So freeze.
This could sting. Oh, I should mention rotate iron shields.
Yep.
I'm going to have a 4 up and run.
Okay. Well, I'm going to steal your command point.
Okay, yeah, roll a 5.
Here we
steal
go.
command point.
Oh, come on.
4 up and run. Ooh, I only make 1. And this is D6 damage, right?
Yep. I believe so.
2D6
Yeah, it is.
damage.
7.
7 damage. And I think I was on 11.
Ooh.
So 7 minus 11 is maths.
5.
4.
4.
Then the platoons, all 3 of them, fired las guns that could see into the night, doing nothing, flashlights. And the mortars fired up and over into this thing. And 1 didn't do anything. The second platoon squad didn't do anything. But the last platoon squad did 1 wound.
Come on, just die.
1 3-up save. He's still alive.
Serious stuff. I was kind of messing around up until this one point. It's all gonna.
This
yeah.
is the serious
This is
stuff.
where it was. It's all gonna happen.
This is where it crumbles. Huh?
Yeah, crumbles.
My lines. This is where my lines
yeah. Oh
crumble.
yeah. Not my lines.
Serious
Your lines.
stuff.
So, plasma cannon, las cannons into this big boy,
Okay.
and the Gatler is going to fire into your.
It's like you have a plan.
It's almost as if I have a plan. It's like a fake copy of a plan. So the Gatler is going to fire into this one here.
You really don't like these dragoons, huh?
No, I
Okay.
actually hate the dragoons.
So what do you want to fire first?
So
sir?
2 plasma cannons
Go
going to
for
fire
it.
in there. So
2
D3.
D3 each, yeah.
Alright, so
Okay, 4 shots.
there you
Hitting
go.
on 4s.
Look at that.
Oh, 4 hits. Winning on 5. Strength 7. Toughness.
1
8.
wound.
1
there.
wound. I have a 4 up and vulnerable save, which I fail. It's down to 3 wounds
Ooh,
remaining.
last
Last
cannon.
cannon.
Hit.
Hits.
Wounded.
Wounds.
Dun, dun, dun,
4
dun.
up and run.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
D3 damage.
D3.
D6 damage.
Yeah.
It is dead.
Yes.
You kill the Imperial Knight. On a 6 it blows up. Don't blow up in my lines.
Can you have a reroll?
It does not blow up. No, not reroll. And the knight goes down. Yeah, the plan is coming together.
I told you.
And then because of grinding advance, he has 40 shots with that Gatling cannon, that Punisher cannon, into this Dragoon. Rerolling 1s. It's hit on 5s because of the
Yep.
incense cloud. This is going to be a lot of dice. Did 5 wounds in the end, hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s with 40 shots and 5s to wound. Did 5 wounds. I have a 3-up save. And I failed 2, putting this one down to 1 wound. They're both on 1 wound each.
I should have just got the other one.
So tanks fired, platoon fired, Baneblade not fired yet. We've got these guys and the Scions now firing in at them.
Yeah, well, the hot shots
Yeah.
are going to fire into there.
Yeah,
The plasma,
Yeah.
I'm going to overcharge.
yeah.
I'm going to fire into the ricochet monster.
Ricochet monster. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to fire first?
Uh,
Overcharged plasma gun?
Of course I do. Let's
Okay,
do that.
Let's do that.
Oh, hit, good.
It hits. That's 7, toughness 7.
Wounded.
That's a wound. This does 2 damage.
Yes.
On a 6 it bounces back.
Yep. Oh, thank God.
I'm going to command point it.
What?
I'm going to command point it.
Go for it. Ah, good. And I'm going to steal your command point.
Yeah. No, you don't. And that does 2 damage. He was on 4 because it healed him. He's back down to 2. And then you got hot shot volley guns
Yeah, no.
into the Vanguard.
Yeah,
No?
normal las guns.
Yep.
So,
These are not hot shots.
no, 1 hit. And didn't wound.
Okay. Now the Gatler from the Taurox Prime into the troops and the autocannons into the Castellan robots. 20 shots with these Gatling guns.
Here we go.
That's a lot of shots. And he stayed still, right? So you're hitting on
Stay still.
3s.
Yep.
That's quite tasty. And it's strength 4, toughness 3.
Yep.
So you're winning on 3s. That's a horde killer. I can see why you brought 4 of them, which is 80 shots. That's a little bit cheesy, isn't it? Okay, I only killed my knight in turn 2.
Yeah.
I need... It would be 4 ups, but 3 ups because of Shroud Time. 1, 2, 3... 3 die. Only
That's
3.
Very good saves.
That is very good saves. I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. And then the autocannon going in at the...
Yep, onto the robots.
Yep.
2.
2 hits, strength 7, toughness 7.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. It's -1, right?
Yep.
So the Aegis Protocol is in effect, so I can't take it. How many damage does it do?
2 damage
It
each.
does 2 damage. So I need 3 ups,
Yep.
because it would be a 2 up. The Aegis Protocol kicks to the Protector Protocol on my turn. So it would be 2 ups, -1 is 3 ups.
Yeah.
And if I fail any of these, it's a dead robot. And I already spent a command point. No! Dead robot blows up on a 6. Don't blow up. Damn it. D3 mortal wounds, so it's going to hit the cybernetic thingy bob. He takes 2. The Onago Dunecrawler takes 1. The robot in front of him takes 1. And let's say them as well. Takes 1. Lovely. And then after that explosion in my lines, hurting everything around, the next robot attracts a lot of firepower from the remaining Layman Russ. Here we go.
Autocannon. All hit.
Everything hits there. This is wounding on 4s.
No,
And
nothing.
it doesn't wound. And then it's 9 heavy bolters hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s because of your
Okay.
Katachan, Cadians. Yep, 5s? 5s to wound.
Just the 1.
Just 1. 6 up. Invulnerable save. It doesn't work. He's down to 4 wounds left. How many wounds did I take off of him?
He's down to 10 at the
Down to
moment.
10, okay.
Both self-inflicted.
Both the robot is down to 4 wounds left. And now we're left with Mr. Baneblade in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I think you should pick on these Sidonian Dragoons on 1 wound each.
It might need a cannon to fire at them.
Maybe some more split fire.
Yeah, maybe. Right, so just for a change, Dom is splitting his fire all over the place again. The Demolisher Cannon's coming into this. The 9 heavy bolter shots coming into that.
Yep.
The 2 last cannons into this Dragoon.
Yep.
I think you've got a problem with Dragoons. And then the main battle cannon you said into that on a good
Yeah, into that one at the end there, yep.
Okay, so 4 different targets from this Baneblade. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Demolisher Cannon, D3 shots.
2.
2 shots, hitting on 4s. 5, sorry, because it moved.
2
because
hits.
it's the thingy bob. Yeah, okay. Strength 10, toughness 6.
I'll use a reroll.
You're going to use a command point?
Yeah, I hate this.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, and on a 5+, you get your command
Yes, on
point
5
back.
up. No, of course not.
No. So that's a wound.
Yep.
It's minus a lot. I
Yeah.
have a 6 up invulnerable save,
Go for
Bionics.
Yes!
And you kill it. And on a 6 it blows up. It doesn't blow up. You finally kill one. Well done.
Yes.
And then we have 9 heavy bolter shots coming into the other Dragoon.
Right, here we go.
5s to hit
Reroll 1.
because of the incense cloud.
Yeah.
Re-rolling 1s. How many hits you get?
2.
2 hits. 5s to wound. Nothing.
No, so that's a. So there's in total. I've got
Yeah.
another volley of shots. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Because it's 18. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
3
yeah,
twin heavy
yeah,
bolters.
here we
Yeah.
go. It's 5, wasn't it?
5s.
Yeah.
5s.
There we go.
3 hits. 5s to wound.
Oh, that one wound's going. Yes.
How many did you get? 2.
2.
So -1 +1. So 2 4-up saves. That's 1. That was cocked. Let's roll it again. It's alive. It's alive. 18 heavy bolter shots ricocheting off it. 2 las cannons coming down into
Yep.
this Dragoon.
Here we go.
5s to hit.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Reroll 1.
Okay.
No, it's a 1 hit. Didn't wound.
Doesn't wound. It just bounces.
Bounces off.
And then the big cannon.
Big
3
cannon,
D6
3
shots.
Here we go.
Down the line.
Oh, just 4.
Only 4.
4's enough.
4. 4's enough, is it? 4's to hit.
2.
2 hits. Strength.
9.
Toughness 7.
Freeze. 2.
2 wounds. This does 3 damage each. I have a 5-up Amantis force field. No. So that's 6 damage off that robot. Drops it all the way. He's on 3 left. He's on 3 left. And that's the end of your shooting phase. You've wiped out a Dragoon, taken out the Imperial Knight, which is a big, big, heavy blow, and one of the Onager Dune Crawlers. 4 in this squad got killed. Their leadership is 7. With no rerolls, 4 plus 4 is 8. The Prime is also wiped out. So you've actually eradicated a couple of units there. But now we move on to Adeptus Mechanicus, turn 2. Okay, here we are after the Admech movement phase. A couple of things are going on here. First up, this unit advanced up only 1 inch, but managed to pick up the relic, which was in front of that model, and he swung it back over his shoulder. And is pulling the relic backwards, just trying to pull it away from the guard lines. One of the crawlers has gone all the way up the front, basically all the way up the front to put a significant tank in between those tanks and my tanks. And the infantry swarming across to try and close this relic down. And I just remembered my infiltrators one more time. No, let's leave them in my pocket. I'm not getting the infiltrators out. Belisarius Call coming back to heal the Onager Dune Crawler. Now he does D3 a turn. So that's 2 on the Onager Dune Crawler. And I'm going to spend another command point straight away so I can re-roll that Tech Adept. And that's another 2 on the Onager Dune Crawler, put it up to 7. And you can get a command
Here we
point.
go, hit.
This is the time.
No!
No. You don't. But that puts the Onager back up to 7. Now the Data Smith can heal that robot. And that robot's back up to full wounds. That'll be 3. He starts off with 6, so he's back up to full wounds. He can't heal himself. Round this side, the remaining Dragoon is coming forward to charge that. I advanced the Tech Priest engines here and made sure he's within 3 inches of that at the end of the turn. So he heals D3. And that's 2 more, putting that up to 3. He just has to survive a huge amount of Overwatch when he goes in. Or this one survive a huge amount of Overwatch when he goes in. My goal, they're not going to be able to kill those Layman Russers in 1 round of assault, but I might be able to shut them down from shooting. These Torx Primes are probably going to get let off the hook for a turn or 2. Anyway, let's start shooting. Remember, this protector protocol is now in effect. So I'm firing this gun 18 times. And I'm spending another stratagem, which you get back on a 5-up. The Mars stratagem, roll the dice, it's 1 command point.
Is that 5?
That's a 5. You get my command point finally. And the stratagem is called Wrath of Mars. Each time I make a wound roll of 6, I cause a mortal wound. And I don't know whether to fire at that or that. So I've got these guys who can fire at the Scions. So let's fire at that. So firing at the Torx Prime, stayed still, so firing twice. 4s to hit with a reroll because of Designate 17. With the reroll, that was 14 hits. Strength 6 versus Toughness 6. 6 force to wound, and 6 is causing mortal wounds. Wow. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mortal wounds. Plus 5 to save. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to save at -2. 11 saves, 11 5-up saves, and you've taken 4 wounds already. Do you like that? Do you like it?
I don't want to talk at the moment.
do you? It's dead. It's dead. Just 1 on its own is ripped through 1. Does it blow up on a 6, sir? Please blow up. No. But that one's wiped out as well. Yeah. And so the Vanguard can shoot at them. Oh yeah. See if the people die. No, they managed to get out of the wreckage without anyone getting snagged by some stray fire there. Okay, Radium Carbine's going into them. I am within 9 inches of call. 3s to hit. Rerolling to hit. And this is Strength 3 versus Toughness 3. No AP though, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That many. 7. That's 7 wounds. What's your save on Scions? They have 4-up saves. Yeah. Carapace armor.
That is not very good though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead. 5 dead. And then the arc rifle hits on a 3 with a reroll. Strength 6, wounds on a 2, and it's -1 that.
No.
And that's another one biting the dust.
All dead.
And that wiped out that squad entirely. Nasty. Now the Rangers are firing down at the squad that just got popped out with Torx Prime, hitting on 3s, re-rolling to hit. That's 4 hits. And this is strength 4. So 2 wounds and 1 at -1 AP. So 2 4-ups, 1 5-up.
1 dead.
1 dead.
2 dead.
2 dead. 2 dead from that squad there. Nice. Now, this Onager Dune Crawler, firing its stubbers that way, and its Neutron Laser up the table. It's back up to 7 wounds, so it's hitting on full ballistic skill. So 3s to hit with the stubbers. Everything hit, look at it. It's strength 4 versus toughness 3. This is on your little Gribblies. That's 5 little Gribblies. I can call guardsmen Gribblies, can't I?
They're stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers, the best of
Oh
the best.
no, they're not.
They're not
Poor dead.
stormtroopers anymore. 4 get fragged. And now the Neutron Laser firing zidoosh up at the Layman Russ Punisher. D3 shots with the Neutron Laser. 3 shots. 3 shots. 3s to hit.
Oh no.
All of them hit. 3s to wound. Strength 10. All of them wound. -4 AP. So no save whatsoever. And each of these is 6 damage. That's 12 damage. Dead Russ.
Oh,
Dead Russ.
See if it blows up. No.
And it does not blow up. 2 Russ down, 2 Toraxes down, 3 more Onager Dune Crawlers left to fire. I'm feeling lucky.
No.
Next Onager polished off the last Scion there, Stormtrooper there, and is firing its Neutron Laser up at this Torax. D3 shots. 2 shots, hitting on 3s with Marie roll. And that's 2 hits. Strength 10 versus toughness 6, 3s to wound. They both wound. -4 AP, burns straight through it with the power of 1,000 suns. D6 damage. That's 7 damage on that Torax. It's still alive. On to Onager Dune Crawler number 3. Let's fire some stubbers downfield because it's 36 range on the stubbers. And do I really want to kill off that Torax? There is the Baneblade. Yeah, I want to kill the Torax. Let's do the stubbers. 3s to hit. Re-rolling within 9 inches here. And 3s to wound on the humble guardsman. Look at that. 6 wounds.
Oh,
Did I have a
5
fire up
dead.
save? 5 of this squad get just ripped open. Stubber fire bounces through their lines. D3 shots. 3 shots. I'm sorry. I'm not. 3s to hit with a reroll. 3s to wound.
Oh god.
I think it might be dead.
That's a minimum 9 damage because each of these
Yeah,
does a minimum
so-
9. So
See if it
yeah,
blows up.
and it
Oh,
doesn't
there you
blow
go.
up.
Right, and the guys on board.
How many guys in there as
7.
well? 7. Is that the one with your warlord in it?
He's there one.
That one.
Yep.
Okay, I'll shoot
Sorry.
that one next.
No need. You're okay. And
But-
2 have gone kaput.
1, 2.
Yep.
2 get hit by stray rounds as they clamber out of the wreckage. And now this squad here, there's a commissar over there. So let's fire the last 6 stubber shots into that squad. And can he see the last Torax with your warlord in it? This one here. If you look from that angle.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought.
Stubbers.
Maybe.
If the answer's no,
No, it's not.
No?
It's a no, unfortunately.
I'll fire at the Baneblade instead then.
Yeah, you can definitely see that.
2 wounds on that squad there with the stubbers.
1 wound.
1 wound.
So I take 1 wound off the mortar team.
1 wound off the mortar team, and then the Neutron Laser in at the Baneblade. D3 shots, 2 shots hitting on 3s. Again, they have a Raw Crawler rule. They can move and fire these heavy weapons. 3s to hit. He's not within the reroll of call, but I get to reroll 1s because of the Dominus, and I think I've got Benediction of Omniscience in. Yes, I have, so I'm rerolling 1s anyway. Thank you, SM Back Reports. 2 hits. Strength 10. Wounds on 3s. 1 wound. Do a command point it. No, I don't. AP -4, burns straight through. This will do D6 damage on the Baneblade, 3 damage on the Baneblade. At least I'm tickling it. How many wounds has it got in total?
I believe it's 24.
24?
So it might be on 21 now.
21 left. And I believe that's my entire army firing. I'm going to have a look at these guys to see if there's any in range or line of
Oh,
sight.
26.
26?
Yeah.
26?
Sorry.
That's okay. 23 to go. Let's fire some small arms downfield as well. Yeah, to finish off the shooting phase, some small arms went into that squad there, tickling a couple of that. And that is the end of my shooting phase, and that was pretty successful. Yes, I lost an Imperial Knight, but I've killed a Thorax and wiped out 2 squads of Scions entirely. I killed another Thorax over there. I killed a Layman Russ. It's just, that was a pretty good shooting phase. I'm happy with that. Now we're on to some morale testing. I think he's out of range of the Commissar, and you lost 8 in that squad.
Yeah, I might just be in. Let's have a quick measure.
And then there was 2 down in this squad. I don't know, Manning
So
died in that
yeah,
squad.
so leadership 8.
Okay.
9, 10. So
He shoots one in the head.
yeah, exactly. So
You keep the mortar squad alive.
yeah, I'm gonna lose the sergeant because I don't.
How
know
many
this.
died in that squad?
I lost 2 in that squad, I believe.
2 plus 6 is 8.
Yeah.
Do they use the Commissar's leadership?
They use the Commissar's
So they're
leadership.
fine.
Yeah. And I lost 2
These
in that
leaderships-
squad there.
Yeah, so don't roll a 6. 7 on 1d6. No, they're okay.
Yeah, no, good.
They're okay. They're okay. Everybody's okay.
Hold the line.
So now I'm going to do some charging.
What?
I'm going to do some charging. And this Dragoon is going to charge that tank. Would you like to Overwatch?
I would like to Overwatch and
Yes.
use a stratagem.
They'll be in. Oh, you're going to use that stratagem so you're hitting on a 5 up again?
Yep. So 1 command point, but I'm going to get that point back. 'Cause here
Okay.
we go.
No. So you've got 6 command points left. I've got 4 command points left. We've been spending them, 5 command points left, spending them like crazy. Let's do the Overwatch and see if you can kill this thing.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 hits came through with the main cannon, hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s, because the Canadian thing. 6 up, invulnerable saves. No. You've got 3 wounds left, and you do D6 damage a pop. You could kill it.
Bye-bye.
You kill it in Overwatch. Does it blow up? No, it doesn't blow up. I don't think I'm ever going to charge Imperial Guard tanks again. This Dragoon is going to charge into that platoon squad there as well. And this Dragoon goes far enough. And you can light me up with some flashlights, sir.
Let's do it.
You're still hitting on 6s, right?
Yep.
No wounds taken in on Overwatch, and the Dragoon is in. He's hitting on 3s. And any 6s count as 2 hits because it's a taser weapon. So that many hits. It's strength 8. So that's only 2 wounds and it's -1.
Here we go. Yeah.
One saves, 1 dies, does 2 damage. Just kill 1 guardsman and then they pile in and they fight back. They pile in, it's forced to hit. And they are strength 3
Yep.
versus toughness 6. So it is 6s to wound.
No, nothing.
No, and that's the end of my turn 2. I would like to say that that was a successful turn. You came to town with 4 Thoraxes and 4 Layman Russes, and you've got 1 Thorax Prime left and 2 Layman Russes left. And just like in chess, putting pieces high up in the centre of the board, I've got some serious board control here. You're going to need to do some work to push them back. That Baneblade is going to need to do some work to start smashing away down the centre of the table. You're going to need to split fire your firepower from the Baneblade more and more and more because that was quite successful so far.
It's worked very well.
It's worked very well so far.
Unbelievably successful.
So let's go on to Guard turn 2. How's he doing, Tom?
50-50.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You still think there's a chance?
We'll see how the shooting phase goes. I think, yeah. The split fire phase is always entertaining.
It is, yeah. So as we go into turn 3, let's do the Shroud Psalm. Not Shroud Psalm, let's do the Canticles. You can tell what I want. I want Shroud Psalm. Canticles of the Omnissiah. So there's my 4. There's my Canticles of the Omnissiah. The 1 is re-rolling morale. Those are the 2 best ones. And we will go on to Guard. Turn 3.
Yep.
Here we are in the guard movement phase. No movement round this side of the table. This Vanquisher, it's not a Vanquisher, staying still because it's got line of sight up against the Onaga Dune Crawlers over there. But the big, the bad, the Baneblade has finally moved around because he needs to dent this castle in the middle. Tank Commander moving around, and his command squad with the first and second in command are still alive in that Taurox there. They're quite protected on this side of this huge alien ruin. Okay, so orders. This commander giving bring it down on them, which is reroll a wound, and then you burn in a command point for a stratagem, which means he can give another order.
Yeah.
And that's get back in the fight on them.
Yeah.
So they can shoot even though they fell back.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get your command point back on a 5-up.
Here we go.
No, you haven't got a command point yet. Worst thing ever. And then over here, what's this guy doing?
It's a Tank Commander and Taurox Prime. That one's doing his Akkadian order.
Okay.
So it's to
re-roll his
D3.
Pound them to dust.
Or D6 now.
Okay, in the shooting phase, these Scions unloaded on the Tech Priest engines here, overcharging his plasma gun, which blew up in his face and killed him and put 2 wounds on him. And then we had the platoons and the commissar and the commander and everyone unloading into the Dragoon, taking 3 wounds off of it, down to 2 wounds left. Now we're onto the Taurox Prime. I would split fire.
No.
I'd put the
No.
main gun
Go wrong.
This was the split fire phase.
It's the split fire phase, yeah. Where are you putting the guns?
Alright, so all the guns
Yes.
are going on him.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
All the guns.
All the guns.
Do the
I need to get rid of
autocannon.
these things. Autocannon.
Yes. Misses.
Gatling cannon.
You move so you hit on 5s.
Yeah, the wounds are going to be popping off now.
Yeah, and that's 5s to wound. Oh, you actually did 2 wounds.
Yeah,
I
2
got
wounds
2
gone.
I got Shroud's Arm, 3 up. He's alive.
Up to date.
2 wounds left. You haven't learnt your lesson after 3 turns.
No, I'm a slow learner.
On to the tank commander. So we've got Demolisher Cannon into this closest one.
Yep.
And then the 9 heavy bolter shots into this squad of Vanguard there. You move so the heavy bolters are hit on 5s.
Yep.
But you're re-rolling 1s.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do the heavy bolters first.
Because of the Acadian,
No.
what is it called? Regiment Doctrine.
Homeless.
5s to hit. Homeless?
Yeah, Akkadian.
Oh yeah, they are.
2.
Okay, the homeless doctrine there coming into effect. It's -1 +1 because of Shroud's Arm, so 4 up saves. You kill 1. You manage to wipe 1 out. And then D3 shots into that, which is 3. Did you go less than half
I
speed?
did, so I got 2 shots.
2 shots at the
So,
same target.
yeah.
You might as well do them both.
Reroll with the
No, no. Did you give the order to yourself?
Yeah, I gave
Yes,
it
you
to
did,
myself.
yeah.
It's the only tank left.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so 5 shots into him, hitting on 4s. Oh no, re-rolling 1s. Oh yeah, the Acadian. No, just 1 hit.
1.
That's unfortunate.
3.
Strength 10.
1.
Wounds on a 3. That does wound. 5 up and bun. No,
Right.
and this does D6 damage on the Onaga. 5. That's pretty good. But it could have been a lot better. 6 more hull points wounds to get through. The Baneblade is yet to speak. And this Layman Russ up on your right flank here. All right, 1 minute, Dom. What we do with the Baneblade?
All right.
Because it's going everywhere.
Everywhere. Everything's firing in random directions.
Yes.
So, las cannon and autocannon
Yes.
firing here.
At the Dragoon. Okay.
At the Dragoon.
Yeah.
Heavy bolters are going for the relic guys in the middle.
All of them. 18 shots.
I'm going to wipe them out.
Okay. Yeah.
They're gone. Demolisher cannon
Yeah.
and the other las cannon
Yeah.
are going to go for this boy here.
Yeah.
And the main cannon,
The
we're
main
going to
gun.
fire down the field towards the other,
But the injured one.
the injured one. Yeah.
Okay. I hope you remember all that because I've forgotten half of it already. So
Brilliant.
let's pull the trigger and kill some Admech with this bad boy. Now for the
God,
main
5
event.
shots.
Oh my
I'm going to use a reroll.
You're going to use a reroll.
Reroll.
Command
Pop
point
that.
reroll.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
There
is
you go.
that's 9
9
shots.
shots. And see if I keep it.
No. 9 shots going downstream at the Honor Gadoon Crawler, hitting on 4s now. Previously, in the previous edition, it'd be 5s because you moved.
Yeah.
But with Steve Beamoff, you hit on 4s. That's pretty good shooting
We roll
text.
one.
That's very good shooting text. Did you just get 8 out of 9 hits? 7 out of it. That's good. Strength 9, toughness 7, wounding on 3s. And you said this is minus 3 AP,
Yeah.
which puts my 2 up with Shroud's Arm down to a 5 up.
Yeah.
So I'll use the 5 up and Vun because I can re-roll 1s because I'm within 6 inches of another Dune Crawler.
Oof.
So I fail them, but I can re-roll these 2 1s with a Mantis Force Field. And make 1. And that does 6 damage.
Yep.
I forgot how many wounds he was on. I think he was on 7. He's got 1 wound left. Shame Spitfire, because if you put Las Cannon down there as well.
So Las Cannon, Autocannon
Yes.
onto him.
Okay.
So Las Cannon,
5s.
5s,
All
hit.
that hits.
It wounded.
It wounds. 6 up and Vun. No.
Decent. Oh, wound.
1 wound.
Autocannon. Both hit.
But
Oh no, 1 hit.
1 hit.
Yep.
5s to wound.
No.
Okay, so he's on 1 wound left. He's on 1 wound left.
God,
The
okay.
Onager's on 1 wound left. Demolish a cannon. Yeah.
Hit. Wounded.
That was 1 shot, 1 hit. That
Yep.
was 1 hit. Now you got a wound.
Of course. See me.
That's a wound.
That is
because
a
it was
wound.
going on that, right?
Yes, it was, yes.
5 up and Vun. No. D6 damage. It's got 6 left.
1.
1. Down to 5. Are you putting another? You was a last
Oh, the Las
cannon.
Cannon as well, yeah. So
Force
Las Cannon. Nope, missed.
No, last cannon missed.
And the heavy bolters into your little friends in the middle.
Didn't film the heavy bolters because we're certain that they would wipe them all out. 8 wounds caused on that unit, and here's my saves. Only 2 of them die, leaving 2 left. Long story short, the Baneblade took a wound, left this down to 1 wound, left the Honor Gadoon Crawler down to 1 wound, scratched the other Honor Gadoon Crawler, and scratched the target in the middle, hitting 4 different targets and not killing one of them. So the last thing left to fire is this Layman Russ up here, and he can see that Dragoon on 1 wound left.
Oh, yeah.
Are you thinking split fire
I
time?
love Spitfire. It's going well. It's all going to work out well. So, what's going to happen?
It's only got 1 gone in.
We're going to fire the heavy bolters on him.
Yeah.
We're going to fire the autocannons onto the walker at the back.
Okay.
So, autocannons,
So that's on 1 wound, that's on 1 wound, and you're trying to take them both out.
bam.
I like it.
Autocannons.
Autocannon on the walker. 3 hits. Strength 7, toughness 7. No wounds.
Heavy bolters.
And then 9 heavy bolters. 5s with these bolters.
If anyone wants to send me some new dice, feel free to message me.
That is a cock one then. 2 hits so far. Okay, 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5. You did a wound.
That's all I need.
That's -1 +1, so I need a 4 up to keep the Dragoon alive.
Let's die.
And he's
Yeah.
dead unless I spend a command point. So I'm going to spend a command
it's worth
point.
it.
Mainly because it's going to annoy him.
Yeah.
Die, you get a
4
double.
up. And he's alive!
And a reclaim.
Oh god.
Yes, I've
Oh,
kept a
you
point.
get my
Take a
command point. You get my command point, but the Dragoon is
I'm
alive.
winning 1 game.
Right, in the charge phase, starting off over here, Scions have made it into the Tech Priest engine Seer. How many attacks you got?
6 in total.
Okay,
Here we go.
4s to hit.
2. That's all we need.
And 5s, I believe.
Yeah. No, nothing.
No wounds. I'll strike you back. 2 attacks with the axe, hitting on 4s on this axe. It's strength 5, so I'm winning on 3s. No wounds, and they're locked up there. No damage done on either side. These guys fell back. They had the get back in the fight order, which means they can shoot, but they can't charge because they fell back last turn. Oh, is he going in?
Yeah, water team's going to go in.
Okay, there is no Overwatch. We should have done it earlier, but yeah, let's do
Sorry.
it now. That's fine.
No.
The mortar team doesn't make
Very
it.
reluctant to charge in.
The unkillable Dragoon. Right, that's the end of your turn 3. And looking across the battle grid, oh, I've got a morale test to make on the unit that are holding the relic. Leadership 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. I'm going to lose 1, but I have Incantation of the Iron Soul, so with a re-roll, they hold. They hold. And looking across the battle grid, You didn't kill anything. Let's go on to our Admech turn. What?
Nothing. We're playing a long game, Winston. It's a long game.
Admech turn 3. Right, here we are after the Admech movement phase. I'm pulling back. I have a plan. Like, I can focus on my fire up at this Thorax and the Baneblade up there and hurt them considerably. However, if I took out this Layman Russ peeping around the corner here, and with the relic then hid back in this corner of the battle grid, then the tanks won't be able to get me anymore. So kill the Layman Russ, pull back round here, and then keep firing downstream, 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 holding onto the relic, guaranteed win. Sounds like a plan. So the relic is pulling back a little bit, moving models up in the centre of the battle grid, so he's got to get through something. I'm actually thinking about charging with that Onager Dunecrawler, charging into that. That would stop it firing, and then if he pulls back in his turn to shoot at it, that leaves me free to fire in my turn. I think that's a tactic. In the meantime, this Tech Priest Dominus will heal that. And he heals 3 wounds, putting him back up to 8. And Belisarius Core will heal this one down here, putting this one back up to 4. And I'm going to spend a command point for Tech Adept to re-roll. And puts this one back up to 6. And you get a command point back on a 5.
Here we go! Yes!
And you get a command point. That's fair. Well done. How many have you got? 6 now?
6 to your 3.
6 to 3. It's working. It's disappointing, that thing, that when you don't get it, but it is working. You're getting command points back. And that's it for tactics. He's still standing still. Not going to change that protocol. 1 to fire twice. So let's go into the shooting phase. And straight away, burn a tactic. Want to kill that Layman Russ. So Fury of Mars one more time. 18 shots upstream at that Layman Russ, and any 6s to wound cause a mortal wound, and you can get a command point back on a 5 up. No, not this time. So unloading with Wrath of Mars, 4s to hit, and the reroll because of Belisarius Core. With the reroll, that was 12 hits, strength 6 versus toughness 8. I need 5s to wound, but 6s are mortal wounds. I didn't get any 6s. Oh no, there's 1 6 plus 1, 2 wounds. So that's -2 to save. So that's 3 5-up saves.
Oh, one more.
And you make them all. You only take a mortal wound. Okay, so that wasn't as destructive as last time. So let's fire a Neutron Laser at you. D3 shots with the Neutron Laser. 1 shot, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, strength 10. That's a wound, burning straight through your armour, does D6 damage. 6 damage. How many has he got left?
3.
3 left. Round 2, second Neutron Laser, coming in, D3 shots. I picked up a couple extra dice, expecting myself to roll a 3 left.
Yeah.
3s to hit.
Uh-oh.
3s to wound. 1 wound.
At least 3.
Does at least 3 damage. He's got 3 left.
Yep.
That's a dead tank. Blows up on a 6.
No.
Doesn't blow up. Layman Russ is dead. Leaves this one here the opportunity to fire at that. Can I see it? Can I see it? I can't see it. I can't see it. I can see him, that Demolisher, and your main battle tank. I don't want to fire. I've got 2 Akkadian Regiment and I can fire and fire and fire and fire at a Baneblade, but it will just bounce and bounce and bounce for so many turns until it actually does something. Do I really want to fire at the Demolisher? Hmm? No.
No, leave Demolisher, he's fine.
That means I want to fire at the Demolisher. Dom doesn't want me to do it. D3 shots with the Neutron Laser. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Uh-oh.
Everything hit again. Strength 10. I swear, honestly, it's never been this lucky before.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
You died.
Oh, what?
3s to wound. They all wound. And this does 6 damage a time. This could do 18 damage. It's got 12 wounds. And it does 11 damage, putting it on 1 wound left. And then the stub has fired at it, causing 2 wounds as well. 2 3-up saves, 1
Here
wound
we
left.
go. Yes.
And he saved. Okay, that's pretty good. So there's an arc rifle in there which will fire across at it, hitting on a 3, miss. And the arc rifle in the other squad hits, strength 6, doesn't wound. You're going to be okay. I'm going to have to fire the Volkite from my second in command through. Oh, I don't really want to fire at you.
Don't worry.
No, let's do it. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s because it would be hitting on 2s, but I'm hitting on 3s because it's a heavy gun. And this is strength 6 versus toughness 8, but 6s cause mortal wounds. He's on 1 wound left, 1 6. That's a dead tank commander.
No.
Dead tank commander.
No.
No, he does not. So the Onager's going to fire at the troops and Neutron Laser at him. Here's the stubbers from the Onager. Rerolling 1s. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds on the guys in the crater. They get 4 because they're in the crater. And then the Neutron Laser at the Taurox Prime. D3 shots. 1 shot. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. Doesn't wound. The Taurox Prime breathes a sigh of release as the heat of 1,000 suns ricochets over its head. I think that's the end of my shooting phase. We've got this assault to do, and I'm going to charge in to the mortar team. I'm going to charge in the mortar team. I prematurely put my Dragoon there before he made it in because he did cause a wound with the mortar on the way in. Shroud's Arm is in effect. I need a 3. He made it in. Okay, he made it in. 3s to hit. That's only 1 hit.
Yep.
Strength 8. That's a wound. -1 to your save. 1 6 up.
No, dead.
He's dead. And then he will pile in or consolidate 3 inches into that squad, which will allow the next guard squad to hit him. Actually, no. Do I just stand there and let you shoot at him? No, I'm not going to pile in. I'm going to stand there and make you shoot at him.
Shoot me.
And then over here, 4s to hit. With the axe, he didn't do anything, and
Right,
you can
here we go,
smack
boys.
back.
We can do it.
4s to hit, and 5s to wound.
2 saves.
2 saves, 2 3-ups. And he's alive, and that's the end of my turn 3. And you have a Taurox, a Baneblade, and some mortar teams. It's now time for your mortar teams to shine. Let's go on to Astra Militarum. Turn 4? You do that on camera, please. What's going on?
So these guys have disembarked the command squad.
Okay.
One of the commanders, not the warlord,
Not the
second in
warlord.
command, has
Right.
disembarked with
Yep.
the command squad there.
Yep. Taurox Prime staying still.
Yeah, it is staying still.
Are
It's
you
not
sure?
moving.
Sure.
No, I'm not playing your mind games, Winters.
Okay.
You're driving me mad.
What else?
And this squad is slowly pushing up that way as well.
Yes. And is that it?
That is it.
You moved 2 units.
Oh, Commissar moved.
Commissar moved. Bonk
He's-
pistol to the Dragoon doing moonwalks in front of your lines there.
Yeah.
You want to take him out?
Power sword.
Yeah, okay. So, with that brilliant movement phase,
Yeah.
let's go on to Imperial Tau. Sorry, guard.
Whoa!
Astra Milli, what now? Turn 4 shooting phase. Orders, something.
Order turn.
So, ordering themselves to re-roll 1s in the shooting phase,
Yes.
and they re-roll wounds versus vehicles
Come on.
because of their regiment trait.
Indeed.
That sounds like a plan. That actually sounds quite effective. What else you got for orders?
First rank, second rank onto this squad here.
Yes.
So they've got a few more shots
Yes.
against something that's been mocking me for a little while now.
Okay. And are you spending a command point to issue a second order, or are you just happy with
That is it. I don't need any more than that. That is dead now. 1 wound. It's dead.
Okay, let's go on to the Shusting phase. Hotshot volley guns from the Scions going into the Dunecrawler. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the order. Nice.
All good. And 5s to wound.
5s to wound. Rerolling a wound because of the Legion.
The regiment.
I want to say Legion trait.
That is very handy.
And you got 1 there.
Yeah, well, this is where they all turn themselves into 5s and 6s.
Power of the regiment.
There's a few there.
There's a few.
So that was 5 saves for them players.
5 saves. A minus what? AP?
-2.
Minus 2 AP. Shroud's Armor. Actually, I didn't do mechanicals. Let's do mechanicals. 2 becomes a 1, which is the reroll morale. And the cocked one, ooh, it's going to be a 1 and 2. So there is no Shroud's Arm. So these need a 5 up. And I make 3 of them. 2 wounds dropped. I assume they're 1 damage each.
Yeah, 1 damage each, yeah.
Okay. And there's a plasma pistol overcharged.
Yeah. This is how we roll.
What could go wrong? That's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit, okay.
Yeah. That's a wound.
Yeah.
Strength 7, toughness 7. That's
Yep.
a wound. 5 up and run. No. Takes 2 more damage off the Onager, putting it down to 4. Crack missile from command squad into the Onager as well.
Hits.
Strength 8.
Wounded.
Wounds. 5 up and run.
Made it.
Made it. Okay, now the Torx Prime is firing everything at the Onager Dunecrawler because Dom learned his lesson earlier and we made a boo-boo. So these guys are re-rolling hit rolls of 1 because of the order.
Yep.
But the Scion Regiment thing lets them do what? Not what?
So we've been rolling to hit within half range on a 6, you get an additional shot.
Okay, so not re-rolling a wound. I don't know where we got that from. New codex and everything.
Yeah.
So this thing is in half range of all of its guns, and it doesn't say infantry only, so you can do it on a Torx Prime. So there's probably a few occasions earlier on when you were shooting vehicles that you could have wounded them, maybe, we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's 6s to wound or 6s to hit, it does extra
6
shots.
to hit.
6s to hit, so 20 shots with this Gatling, and any 6s to hit, you're going to get extra shots.
Yes. So here we go.
Okay. This could have actually changed things earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so we've got a couple of 6s
There's
there.
probably 100 comments below saying, you've got this. But this is very, very new for us. So how much you get?
5 to wound.
14 hits, winning on 5s. That looks okay. 3 wounds?
3 wounds.
3 wounds, 3 up saves. I fail all 3, it's on 1 wound left.
And you also can.
Yep.
The
6s
shots.
gets an additional shot.
Oh.
Yeah. Off it.
No, so
1 hit. 1 wound,
Wounds.
-1.
Yeah.
4 up save. It's alive with 1.
Ah!
Bolt gun from the Commissar into the Unkillable Dragoon, hitting on... Not
That.
that. No, might as well
Oh,
hit.
yep.
Does he hit on 2s?
I think he hits on 3, so no, he doesn't hit anything, no.
Unkillable. Wasn't there first rank for second rank?
Yeah, the squad here. So, firing them.
First rank, second rank, unloaded into the Dragoon, causing 2 wounds, hitting on 4s, winning on 6s. I need 2 4-up saves. The Dragoon is dead. It blows up on a 6. It doesn't blow up. You kill the last Dragoon, finally. Mortar firing into the Dune Walker, really wants to kill it. D6 shots. 3 shots, hitting on 4s.
No! Oh, reroll 1s. 1.
Why are we rerolling 1s for the people? Because the commander.
Akkadian.
Cadian, yep, because they stood still, you're right, yep.
Homeless.
For the people
Regiment.
that does a
Ooh.
wound, strength 4, toughness 7, that wounds.
Should've
1 wound
closed
left,
that hatch.
3 up save. It saves. Now the big bad Baneblade is firing. Dom's told me where all the shots are going. So let's resolve these one at a time. So where are we starting?
Las cannon and autocannon into this boy here.
Okay, a last cannon.
So las cannon.
4s to hit with steel
Hit.
beam if it hits. 3s to wound.
Wounded.
Wounds, 5 up. A fail, and that does d6 damage. It's on 1 wound left.
Yep.
It is dead. Do you want to
So-
roll the d6 anyway?
I
It'll make you feel better.
Yeah,
It did
definitely
6.
dead.
It's definitely dead. Fuel line ruptured. Does it blow up? No, it just crumples.
Okay, so next one, demolish a cannon
Yep,
into this squad here of 5. So
Okay.
it's D6 shots.
it is d6 shots.
6.
6 shots, nice. You're not re-rolling 1s because you didn't... oh yeah, it stayed still.
Yeah.
So it's 4s to hit. And re-rolling the 1s. There is a 1.
No, this is 4.
And 2s to wound.
So 3.
3 wounds. I had my 6 up and vulnerable saves, bionics. 2 in that squad there die.
Yep.
Now we have 18 heavy bolter shots coming into this squad next to the
Yep,
relic.
Yep.
Okay, 18 shots.
Here we go. We're running the 1s.
Yep. That was 11 hits, wounding on 3s. And this is going to sting actually because I don't have Shroud's Arm in effect, so this is just 5 up saves for me. Can I touch your dice, Tom?
Please do.
5 up saves. Everyone's wiped out. That squad is creamed. And now the main cannon is firing down at the Rangers here. It's trying to kill the infantry so they can't pick up this relic. This is how many shots it's got. And that's a lot of shots. That's 12 shots. 4s to hit. With the reroll. 8 hits, 2s to wound. And this is -3 AP. So there's 6 wounds there?
7.
7 wounds there. I get my 6-up bionic save, even the traitor won't save me. And that squad is wiped out to a man as well. Then finally the last cannon into the injured Onager Dunecrawler, hitting on a 4. Missed. And that's the end of your shooting phase. We have this assault to do over here. And the Scions did a wound on the Tech Priest. He didn't wound them back. And then morale phase, I lost 2 from this squad there. And I have Incantation of the Iron Soul. And they're fine. And that's the end of guard. Turn 4. And that was quite significant, actually. So the Dragoon has been wiped out. The Onager Dunecrawler has been wiped out. But more importantly, all of a sudden, a lot of my infantry down here, and infantry are the only ones who can claim the relic, have just been eradicated. So let's go on to Admech, turn 4. Okay, in the movement phase, all the infantry in the middle advance. They scatter like an exploding firework after the Baneblade picked on them last turn, running through the oil and blood of their friends and allies. This unit advanced all the way around here. You can't move further than 9 inches with a relic, but I am out of line of sight from the Baneblade until this unit come crashing around the corner. So I want to change his protocol again so he can start moving one more time. I need to roll a 2-up. And I do. So back to Aegis protocol so he can start moving that way next turn and offer fire support. They're coming around as well. And then all the Dunecrawlers in a castle around Designate 17. Operation Kill the Baneblade is in effect. Now this Onager is on 6 wounds. D17 is going to try and heal him. And that's 2 more wounds back on that Onager. Back up to 8 wounds. How many command points do I have left? 2. I'm going to keep them in my pocket. Keep them in my pocket for now, because you're probably just going to take another one. And you've got 6 still. And the second in command coming forward to deal with the Warlord, to deal with this unit round here. Second in command firing at the Warlord and his unit. 3s to hit because I move with a heavy weapon, re-rolling 1s because he's in range of himself. This is strength 6. 2 mortal wounds. 6 is causing mortal wounds in addition, and there's 3 saves to make a 4-up. Which you make. So just 2 die from that squad there. They advanced, I'm not going to fire them. They advanced, not going to fire them. Not going to advance anything else. I might as well fire this at your Baneblade, 36 shots. I'm not going to do the Wrath of Mars stratagem because I think it's going to be handy keeping those 2 command points in my pocket. Anyway, let's fire Castellax at Baneblade. Managed to cause 5 wounds on it. 5 up saves because it's -2 AP. You failed 2. So that's 3 more wounds. I think it's down to 20. Which is nice. Now let's fire the first Neutron Laser straight through its turret. Hitting on, this is how many shots? D3 shots, 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of D17. That's 2 hits. Strength 10, toughness 8. 3s to wound. Both wound, -4 AP, so it burns straight through its armor. D6 damage each. And we've got left 20.
20.
And that's another 8. It is down to 12. Let's fire the next Onager Dunecrawler. D3 shots. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. With the reroll. All 3 hit. 3s to wound. All 3 wound. 12 wounds left.
12 wounds left.
D6 damage each. I hate the AP that just burns straight through. I mean, you just have to stand there
the AP as
and
well.
take it. It's just, okay. 9. Sorry, 8. 8 damage, leaving you with 4 left. And now for the last Onager. D3 shots, 1 shot. Command point. 3 shots.
So if I take command point.
Yeah, go on then.
No.
No, you don't. 3 shots hitting on 3s with a reroll. All 3 hit. 3s to wound. 1 wound. It's got 4 hull points left.
Yeah.
This does a
Come on,
minimum
low numbers.
minimum 3. 3. It's on 1 wound left. It breathes a sigh of relief. That's the end of my shooting phase. That's the end of everything. The only thing left to do is he's going to charge your command squad. Where is your warlord anyway? Is he still in there?
Yeah,
He's still in there.
ordering from the rear.
Okay then. Tech Priest Dominus managed to make it in. No wounds done in Overwatch. He hits on 3s with his axe, and he wounds on 3, strength 5. And he wounds 3 times. It's minus 2 AP, 2 damage each, so 3 6-up saves on their carapace armor. And he kills 3 more. Is that the squad?
That's the whole squad gone.
That's the entire squad.
Yeah.
And then I will consolidate into that vehicle, which can hit him back again. Tell a lie, the second in command was there. I didn't know he was there, so I killed the other 2, and he gets to strike the Tech Priest Dominus back again. 4 attacks, that was 1 hit. Winning on a 5.
No.
And he's got 4 attacks because he's got a chainsaw, right?
Yep.
And he did nothing back, so, and he's a separate squad, so he doesn't have to take any leadership
Yeah.
tests. Then we're on to this combat. 4s, 1 hit, and 3s. Doesn't wound again, and you strike back.
Yep, here we go. Let's kill him off.
4s to hit, 5s to wound.
2.
Get 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. You do kill him off, finally. You do get rid of that Tech Priest Engine Seer. That's the end of Adeptus Mechanicus turn 4. We're on to Guard turn 5. 1 wound left on the Bane Blade. I really need Shroud's Arm this turn. Let's roll this before we tip over into your turn. The 4 will drop down, 5 will drop down to a 4 Shroud's Arm, and re-roll morale tests. Just what the doctor ordered. It's gone to Guard turn 5. Here we are after the guard movement phase. The command squad coming around the back. The commander's there, ready to shout out some orders, and then we have the platoon going to try and open up on these guys and make them drop the relic. The Scion command squad. Who are these guys?
No, they're just a normal squad.
Oh yeah, they broke free from the engines here. They're now up and over. Second in command is engaged with my second in command. The Baneblade can't move because it now hits on 6s because it's so crippled, and if he moved, he'd be hitting on 7s. I don't think you can get a 7 on D6. And the Warlord is still inside that Taurox Prime there. When we look across the grid, I've got a chunk here and some infantry. Yes, there's some loose stuff up there, but they'll be dead soon. They belong to the Guard. It's just a case of whether I can weather this storm, whether it goes on to turn 6, whether it goes on to turn 7, or whether I can make this game end in an earlier turn. Right, in the shooting phase, so far they are unloaded on this squad and didn't do anything, even though there was a melter there. Then he fired some las guns and a mortar up and over onto this squad, trying to kill the infantry. Everything missed or didn't wound. Shroud's Arm coming into effect. Now first rank fire, second rank fire on them, coming into the last 2 Vanguard here. 4s to hit. This is a lot of shots.
Ones.
And 4s to wound. Strength 3, toughness 3. And not a lot of wounds.
4 wounds.
Just 4 wounds. 4-up save becomes a 3-up with Shroud's Arm. And 1 4s. The one with the relic was him, wasn't the prime.
Okay, and
so
the
he's
mortar?
still holding the relic. And the mortar, yeah.
3 shots.
3 shots, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound, 1 3-up. Still holds on to the relic. Right, in the remainder of the shooting phase, the Baneblade hit on 6s with its big guns, firing downstream, doing nothing, and heavy bolters flying into this squad of 5 here, and it actually caused no wounds. It was the Taurox Prime that killed 3 of them. And we had a plasma pistol fire into close combat here, the second in command, and I managed to make my refractor field save. So at the end of that shooting phase, you killed 3 Vanguard, 4 Vanguard, and that's it. And now we're going to go on to the assault phase. Then in the charge phase, they make it into close combat, no casualties taken, and then this platoon squad charging into this lone hero. He managed to kill one in Overwatch, and they slipped on the blood of the guy in front of them because he only rolled a Snake Eyes to try and get into that combat. Even a 6, he needs an 8 to get in there. Even a 6 on a reroll, command point reroll, wouldn't get him in to close combat. So then in close combat, they did no damage to each other. However, the Tech Priest Dominus, 2 damage with his Omniscient Axe, cleaved through the second in command. I didn't pile in any direction there. And that's the end of guard turn 5. I have some morale text to make. 1 chap lost there. Leadership is now 6. And he holds. And 3 in that squad. And I have the Chant of the Remorse. I have the one that allows me to reroll. No. 5 plus 3 is 8. Leadership 7. 1 more dies in that squad there. And that's the end of guard turn 5. Admech, turn 5 coming up. Very short movement phase. Designate 17 is going to heal the Cybernetic Data Smith. And he's back up to full wounds. These 2 guys tucked in there. And round here, the Tech Priest is coming this way, wants to kill that Commissar. So let's start off with a shooting phase. He's going to fire at the Baneblade with his Volkite Blaster. 3's to hit because he moved. 2 hits. It's strength 6, toughness 8, but any 6s cause a mortal wound, and it's got 1 wound left. Let's kill it with Volkite.
What's up with that last one?
Alright, that was a bit cheeky, fair enough. Let's fire a Neutron Laser up that way, and Stubbers, I don't know if he can see, yeah, he can see some of those guards. So let's fire this one, Neutron Laser at the Baneblade, D3 shots. That's 2 shots, hitting on 3s, both hit. Strength 10, doesn't wound. Interesting. And 6 Stubbers at the Guardsman. Reroll a hit. 4 hits, 3's to wound. 2 wounds on that platoon, sir. And 5 up save. So I'm going to have to fire the second on a good Dunecrawler, rinse and repeat. D3 shots at the Baneblade. 1 shot hitting on a 3 with a reroll. That hits. Wounds on a 3. That wounds minimum 3 damage. Dead. Baneblade blows up on a 6.
Oh, right. No, I don't want to roll this. I'll get a 1. There we go.
And the Baneblade didn't blow up. That's a 3. No explosion from the super heavy there. And then remaining Stubber fire, Neutron Laser fire, lots of fire coming into this platoon squad there, killing all of them and putting that mortar team down to 1 wound left. I can't draw line of sight with some of these guns, which is why he's still alive, but I think the morale phase will kill him because he's far too far away from the Commissar, and then we've got these assaults to resolve. Then in the combat phase, traded blows here, killing 1 each. The Commissar dropped 2 wounds. He's healed, by the way, back up to full wounds and took no damage back again. Want to kill the Commissar. And then round here, that mortar team spending 2 command points for Insane Bravery to keep him alive. And that's the end of turn 5. You've got 1 of those command points back that you burnt there. That's the end of turn 5. Now the player who went first rolls a dice. And a 1-2, this game ends.
Here we go. Oh, yes.
And we go on to turn 6. Here we are after the movement phase. I think the strategy is just to mortar the crap out of these 2 guys here. And the Taurox is coming round, so it can also get shots in. So, let's pull the trigger. The face of concentration there. You're properly concentrated.
It's like blue steel.
Yeah. Then in the shooting phase, Shroud Psalm was in effect 1 more time, as well as re-rolling morale, and it took mortars, all the mortars, and the Tempestus Prime to kill the guy holding the relic, which left the missile launcher free to fire. Crack missile came in and destroyed the Castellan rolling a 6 for the damage there. Died, didn't blow up, killing 2 things, dropping the relic. Now we go on to the assault phase. Oh, yeah. Then in the assault phase, the Skarns finally rip apart those last 2 Vanguard there, and despite shooting one of their brothers in the face earlier on, This platoon manages to get in and rescue the Commissar from near certain death. Command point spent to avoid death on the Commissar with his refractor field. We are locked up there with the second in command, deep in enemy lines, as we go into Admech, turn 6. And here we are in the movement phase, turning around to repel borders with the Onager Dunecrawlers versus that Torex Prime. Designate 17 comes forward and picks up the relic himself. And the other Onager is looking up the table, ready to do some damage to some platoons. Then in the shooting phase, got rid of that last mortar there, and Neutron Laser up the table, killed a couple more in this squad, the Flamers in the command squad. And then around here, these two Onager Dunecrawlers, without the rerolls from Belisarius' call, put this thing down to 1 wound remaining. Those rerolls make a hell of a lot of difference here. Now we're going to go into the assault phase and kill me a Commissar. 3s to hit, 1 hit, 3s to wound, 1 wound, 1 5-up invulnerable save on your Commissar, refractor field.
Here we go!
That's 2 damage.
No, I'm going to use a command reroll.
Okay, you need a 5-up, keep them
No,
alive.
no, and see if I keep the command point.
Okay.
Because I'm no, and I lose that as well.
And the Commissar dies. And that is the end of turn 6 for the Admech. The player who went second rolls a dice. And on a 1, 2, 3, this game ends. And I've got 1 more command point left. So on a 1, 2, 3, I'll spend my last command point. And the game goes on to turn 7. Forgot to do this assault. Doing the fight back now. 4s to hit, 5s to wound with a 2-up save. Any wins?
1 save.
1 save, 1 2-up, and he saves.
Cool.
Now we... Guard turn 7, counter calls in effect are Shroud Psalm and reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase. So in the movement phase, the commander here calls some of his troops back and round, ready to kill the second in command, fighting for pride, and the steaming, injured, wounded Torex Prime staying still to bring full guns to bear. And then here we are after the shooting phase, the Torex Prime doing nothing, hitting on 6s to the Onagers. Missile launcher here, designate 17 was closer, Belisarius' call, and the missile got through and took 5 wounds off of him. But he's still alive, still holding on to the relic, and then we have all of this firing in at the Tech Priest Dominus, putting him down to 1 wound left. Then in the charge and fight phase, the Scions come flying off the ruin into the Tech Priest Dominus, trying to kill the second in command, doing no damage to him, and he slays one of them back again. And that is the end of Guard turn 7. So in Admech turn 7, I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to stand there and stare at you and win the game because I've got the relic. So this is the way the world ends. We have 3 Onager Dunecrawlers left in this corner and only a few infantry units left. Designate 17 holds onto the relic and wins this game for me. It was a brutal game. You've got a missile launcher, some platoon squads and some Scions left. That's it. And I didn't pull the trigger in turn 7. It could have been worse. I have to say, the Akkadian discipline, born soldiers, re-roll hit rolls of 1 if they stand still, came into effect again and again and again in that battle. I liked it very much. You finished the game still with 4 command points in your pocket, which is not bad, seeing as you started off with 9. Getting ones back from me on a 5-up, and getting ones back when you spent them on a 5-up. I think knowing that, you could have been a bit more happy with your command points, spending a few here, there and everywhere. There's a specific Akkadian doctrine as well. As soon as you cause a wound on a unit, it's like Tau Markolites. Everything else that shoots at that unit will then hit on a +1. And we forgot about that one. We saw that one a bit later on.
Yeah, at that point it was a bit late. I was trying to, when the Baneblade was just about alive, hitting on a 6, I was hoping to inflict some wounds with the mortars and then be able to use the Baneblade on a 5-up, which would have been helpful, but unfortunately by then the tide had slightly turned against the Guard, especially for the Baneblade, and it was too late. But yeah, really the new Guard stuff's brilliant, especially the Akkadian bits. Rerunning those ones, very nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting battle report. I'm sure we made some mistakes there. I know we made some mistakes there because this book is still very new to us. I mean, I shoved it in your hand about 10 minutes before we played the game. Read this quickly, we're playing this. Because we planned this game, 6-8 weeks ago? And it's great to have both of the boys up here from Black Toad Studios. Not only do we make some mistakes because the Astra Miller Watt Now Codex is very, very new, but we're just laughing all the way through it. So great opponents. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Tom, what do you reckon of the guard?
I think they're going to be a force to contend with. I think once you get a few of the little tricks a bit more well known, I think from the decks, I think
Yeah.
it's just getting the reading done and then working out what works.
There's definitely a few hidden combos in there.
Yeah.
I think it could shine. I have to say that I was frighteningly accurate with my neutron lasers, and that rarely happens. I think that was probably the best game ever with those neutron lasers. I'm used to them dying very, very quickly. And going up against all that toughness 8 armor was very, very scary.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks everyone for subscribing. Check out Black Toad Studios, do awesome Apocalypse battle reports on there as well as normal battle reports. I think your last Apocalypse battle report has got plus 16,000 views or something. Is that the 20,000 points aside?
Yeah, 20,000 points aside, yeah.
Imperium versus Chaos or something.
Good fun watch that. So
Yeah.
Sure to check it out.
Go and check that one out. That is a very, very good battle report. These guys are awesome opponents. If you like what I do, please check out my Patreon page, and thank you very much. Thank you to all the other patrons who are patrons, and thank you for watching. Happy wargaming. Epilogue. I'm just packing my minis away, and look what I forgot to deploy. Next time, boys. Next time.